Super, Mr. Glenn Super, party of one.
I'll eat when I'm ready.
I like bringing Mr. Bullhorn to a place like this. It's a great way to drop a hint.
Attention, bartender. A Miller High Life would be nice.
I also like meeting girls with Mr. Bullhorn.
Attention, you in the red dress. What's your sign? Attention, Mr. Neon. The light would be nice.
Miller High Life, because your beer is the second most important decision you'll ever make.
My next guest has toured the United States with some of the biggest names in show business, and he has certainly lived up to his name. Would you welcome excellent comedian Glenn Super? Glenn?
Just flew back from Milwaukee, and I'm sick and tired of the way they treat me, the airlines, because I take no-frills economy flights. This one airline that cut back had no seatbelts. The plane took off, a sign lit up saying, "Hold on." I asked the stewardess for a drink. She treated me like I was a child. "You'll have to wait, sir. Somebody is using the cup." We arrive at LAX, the airport there. They lost my suitcase. Told me it flew off the roof rack. I'm screaming, I'm yelling, the pilot comes out. He said, "Look from the way home." So I decided to get back at the airlines, you betcha. Took Mr. Bullhorn on board the plane, hid behind the first class curtain, and made my own pilot's announcement.
This comes a Brian Powell speaking. We got a few points of interest. If you look outside the left side of the plane, you can see the famous Colorado River. If you look outside the right side, you can see the dangling fuselage and burning right wing.
The airlines are having a tough time. I'm having a tough time because you know why? We are living in tough times. And that wasn't even a joke. How many folks are old enough to remember years ago, before the OPEC crisis, before the gasoline crisis, when gasoline stations would do anything for your business? How many folks remember that? I mean, these guys, they pumped the gas, they changed the oil, they washed the windows, they gave you steak knives, they gave you tumblers, they spoke English. Don't do anything, am I right? Yeah. Everything is self-service out here. Am I right? Right. Just humor me. I brought my car in for a simple tune-up. We're talking not a clutch, man. We're talking a tune-up here. I say to the mechanic, "How soon do I get the car back?" He says, "That depends how fast you work." I'm working on my car. Halfway through, I got this tremendous urge. I don't know what came over me. I got this tremendous urge to overcharge myself. You want to hear a shocker? My doctor has gone self-service. It's true. I went for an examination. He said, "Glenn, go in that room, grab yourself, and cough." I liked it. Now, one man's applauding, okay. Now I find my bank has gone self-service with those stupid automatic tellers, and I am intimidated by these bank automatic tellers. I can't figure these things out. I went to the bank, I put in my card, I punch a few buttons, it lights up, "This is a holdup, put your hands up." You see, to me, anybody that uses an automatic teller, it's like picking up a bullhorn and announcing to the world,
"Attention, crooks. I am taking out cash. Come and get it."
It's really weird. See, in Beverly Hills, the high school cheerleaders don't quite cheer. They nag. Come on, kid, you score. Come on. Boy, our team stinks. Daddy, buy them a touchdown. I was sitting in the stands. Y'all do a cartwheel, Witch. Get off your butt. I got cramps. Go ask the maid to do it. I know one cheer. You want to hear it? I know one cheer.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. It goes like this. Gucci, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Pierre Cardin is what I have on. I also like going inside Jack in the Box and play little tricks on the kitchen help.
Attention all illegal aliens.
Hey, guys are at the back door, honey, behind the shake machines, jumping in the French fry vats. A lot of fun, really.
Come on out. This is immigration. And leave your arms down.
And I like playing tricks on people, faking people out. And you know, sometimes I get faked out. A couple of years ago, I went to see Man of La Mancha on Broadway. My favorite actor was Richard Kiley, who was appearing in the title role as Don Quixote. Paid a scalper $50 a ticket to get first row center orchestra seats. We're sitting there, and a guy in a black tuxedo walks on stage like this. Ladies and gentlemen, Richard Kiley is terribly ill tonight and unable to perform. And filling in will be his understudy, Johnny Cash. Let's go, Sancho Panza. The Impossible Dream. Going here. The dream, the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, the lair of unbearable sorrow, the impossible dream. Hey! Well, thank you very much, Super. Thank you, June. Thank you. Well, got my hair, excuse me. You know, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I got to say, my stepdaughter, Charlene, can sure sing a song. Isn't she a great singer, Charlene there? Yeah. Great. She sure can. That June can sure make a fine singer. I really mean that. You know, I've been traveling all over this great country of ours. I've been to all 47 states. Making me laugh. Stop that. You know, and you know what makes me proud when young kids of every race, religion, and creed come up to me? These little suckers come up to me and say, Johnny, how come you sound so much like Mr. Ed? How do I know, Wilbur? You know, I learned a lot of very important things in prison. That's where I met the band, in prison, I think it was. And, you know, I learned a lot of very important things about life and liberty and what the Ring of Fire means. The Ring of Fire is when you reach for the preparation H. She knows about it. And you grab the Bengay by mistake. It burns, burns, burns. Fire, the Ring of Fire. That's why I've got the quiver in my throat, you know. You're making me laugh. Stop that. You know, listen, you've been a beautiful audience, and I'd like to do one more song for you.
It's a song which was instrumental in helping to get me out of prison. And it goes something like this right here. Feel free to sing along. Thank you. Good night. Thank you, man.
Thank you. You know, Rod Serling probably has done more commercials than anybody in show business. And every time you turn on television, you turn on the radio, there are big stars doing commercials, like Truman Capote selling hamburgers.
Heavens, what a pity. Tonight you went to Burger City, and they wouldn't let me have it my way. I thought I had been rooked. My burger was undercooked, and I heard it barking as it ran away.
I'm going to bring out right now a man who used to be the king of rock and roll many years ago. His name, Zit Blemish. And before Zit comes, I'd like you to do me a favor, okay? Whenever he raises his finger like this, I'd like every girl in the audience to scream like the Beatles are up here. Okay, let's practice it once. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you're right. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the former king of rock and roll, making his debut on Don Kirshner's rock concert, Mr. Zit Blemish. Thank you very much, everybody. Zit Blemish is back! Thank you, Glenn Super. Thank you, Don Kirshner. Before I begin, I want to say I'm sick and tired of those Zit Blemish impersonators all over the country. Tonight, you've got the real Zit! Thank you, baby. Here's a song from my new album called Zit's Greatest Hits. Yeah, baby. When I said goodbye to Betty Lou during one of my thoughtless whims, she killed herself with an overdose of one-a-day vitamins. What am I to do? Oh, yeah, the girls are killing themselves over me. Who could blame them? The girls are killing themselves over me. They chase me all over town. Why don't they leave me alone? They come in 28 different flavors. And this chick who was sick, she drowned herself with her water pick. When I said goodbye to Betty Lou, because she was a minor, yeah, she then went over Niagara Falls in a hefty trash can liner. What am I to do? It's very hot in these TV studios. Excuse me, baby. What's your name?
Oh, it's Patty.
Patty, baby. What high school do you go to?
I finished high school.
Can I give something of myself to you, baby?
Oh, please, please.
Can I have a drum roll on everybody's laps, please? I can't afford a drummer. Patty, baby, this is for you. Compliments of the Zit. Give her a hand, please. Give her a hand.
The girls are killing themselves over me.
Thank you, Mr. Zit Blemish.
We continue with an evening at the Improv.
This guy and I have a lot in common. We both grew up a few blocks away from each other in Great Neck, Long Island, and we both started out, oh, thank you. We both started out at the New York Improv. Thank you. And, you know, back then, I would always run into him at country music concerts because we were both big fans of country and Western music. This is way before country and Western was as popular as it is today. We were the only ones from the club who liked it back then, so we'd always run into each other. And he recently toured with the Beach Boys, and won't you please welcome Mr. Bullhorn, Glenn Super.
As Andy said, I'm a big fan of country music, but now I've grown to really like Jewish country music. My favorite Jewish country singer is Merle Berkowitz, and he had that big hit record called Gentile on My Mind. And there's also now a Jewish reggae singer. His name is Peter Nosh, and he had that big hit record, I Shot the Tailor. But I have written a Jewish country song. It's entitled The Day My Jewish Mother Moved to a Farm. And Charlie Pride's recording it, which makes me feel really good, and really the fact that Charlie Pride's recording it. And I'd like to sing along. Whenever I go like this, I want everybody to go, hey, hey. Okay, let's practice. 1, 2, 3. Hey, hey. Okay, you're right. Here we go. The day my Jewish mother moved to a farm. Farm life will never be the same. Hey! Hey! Ever since my Jewish mother came. Hey! Hey! She ran right to the chicken coop. Hey! Hey! Fed the chickens chicken soup. Hey! Hey! She put down wall-to-wall carpet in the loft. Hey! Pour tidy bowl in the trough. Hey! Hey! In the house I saw her put a quilt. Hey! When the chickens wouldn't lay, she gave them guilt. A Jewish sheep. Bar mitzvah. Hop along. Well, mama, sweet mama, you don't belong on a farm. Well, mama, dear mama, slip covers don't fit in a barn. She Windexed the silos and the fields she made me sweep. She put Pampers on the ducks and Woolite on the sheep. My Jewish mother had a farm. E-I-E, oy vey. Hey! Love car songs. Car songs are my favorite songs, like 409 and Hot Rod Lincoln. But you notice there really hasn't been a good 1980s rock and roll car song? What thing to write a song about a car? What a piece of that is, you know. So I have written the first 1980s rock and roll car song. It's a diesel song. Well, I'm not bragging, but my rabbit is cool. It beats the gas guzzlers by a mile on the fuel. Well, it may be small, but it can really hop. I can buy my tires at a donut shop. Well, I can drive real far in my rabbit diesel car. Everybody! Great! I will tell you a story that will blow your mind. When another rabbit hit my rabbit diesel from behind, we couldn't pull them apart no matter how we tried. The next day the rabbits both multiplied. Well, I can drive real far in my rabbit diesel car. Check this out, okay, Glenn? It gets 42 miles per gallon EPA and 52 miles per gallon on the highway.
Use these figures for comparison. Your actual mileage may vary.
Well, other car engines, well, they may sound meaner, 'cause my rabbit diesel sounds like a vacuum cleaner. Everybody! When I girl parking, it is never a bore. Put a pillow on the stick and put her feet out the door. Well, I can drive real far in my rabbit diesel car. Good night. Thank you. Mr. Bullhorn.
The draft?
Draft? Well, actually, I think women should be more worried about the draft there, you know. And, you know something? There are over 150,000 women in our armed forces today, and there's not one song, not one Army song about women. Do you know that?
I don't know. Why don't you do something about it? How I hate to get up in the morning.
No, it's how I hate to make breakfast in the morning. That's what it should be. No, here's the first female Army song. Oh. It's the first on your show.
Yours? Did you compose it?
I wrote this. When Joni comes marching home again, hurrah, hurrah, with her helmet and her bulletproof bra, the general thinks that she's the best, keeps pinning medals on her chest, and we'll all be there when Joni comes marching home. Clap along, go ahead. Got drafted while still in her teens, She traded Sassoon jeans for olive greens, She lost the 3 stripes on her sleeve, 'cause she got pregnant while on leave. And we'll find out who the father is when Joni comes marching home. Super.
And now, a celebrity last laugh.
We've all been to restaurants where we've waited. We've waited for a table, we've waited for service. Well, I want to introduce you to a man who has come up with a way to get the last laugh on restaurant rudeness.
Attention, waitress. Some coffee would be nice. How about a stinking menu?
This is comedian Glenn Super, who uses Mr. Bullhorn to get the last laugh at restaurants. Here's how he deals with the wine he is served.
First thing you do is you sniff the screw-off cap. Pour some on the glass. Sample the wine. Then let the entire restaurant know your feelings towards this particular vintage of wine.
I wouldn't serve this garbage to my dog.
Another great use for Mr. Bullhorn is when you return food. It's a great way to send your compliments to the chef.
Attention, cookie. I'm returning the iced chicken. Please reheat it when it stops shivering.
You ever notice how people glut themselves at salad bars? Every cherry tomato is gone. There's always ashes in the blue cheese dressing. I think it's rather tacky when somebody brings a pitchfork to a salad bar. One guy didn't ask for a doggy bag. He asked for a lawn bag to bring this stuff home. That's when I say this is a job for Mr. Bullhorn.
Attention, fat family. You've had enough. Go back to your homes. There's nothing more you can eat here.
I like to pick up girls with Mr. Bullhorn.
Attention, girl in the pink dress. What's your sign?
It's a lot easier to handle rejection from 50 feet away. But the other night, I saw this gorgeous fox. I just went,
attention, sweet mama. I want you to be my baby tonight.
She looked up very slowly and sensuously, picked up her own bullhorn and said,
"Get out of the ladies' room."
You have noisy neighbors? Buy a bullhorn.
Attention, next door neighbors. It is 4:00 in the morning. It would be a lot less noisy if you oiled the trampoline.
Here's one of my favorite comedians who will be here in the New York area with George Carlin, and they'll be appearing over in Jersey, first of all, this Saturday night at the Community Theater in Morristown, New Jersey, and then on to the Westbury Music Fair, August 8th and 9th. A very funny guy with the bullhorn, Mr. Bullhorn himself, Glenn Super.
Thank you.
Ah, Glenn, how are you? Nice to see you. Nobody uses that bullhorn like you.
Oh, thank you. Well, you did pretty well. Did he do well with the bullhorn?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. You know, we've been following Glenn's career now for a number of years. You've been coming on, and I remember when you started, it was a little Bullhorn when you started.
Bullhorn, right.
Yeah, and as you got bigger, the Bullhorn got bigger.
That's right.
And now, of course, you're traveling. I was so impressed today because he came in with his own entourage.
But I got to tell you where I got it from.
Where'd you get that?
Entourages are us.
Yes.
You can rent them.
You go in and you buy one or
You rent one. You rent an entourage. I got to return them by half an hour, guys.
A nice-looking young man
Yes.
comes in and kind of paves the way for Mr. Bullhorn. Well, what's going on in your life?
Well, the last time I was on the show, I did a bachelor brunch.
That's right.
Over
That's
here.
right, over in the kitchen.
Bachelor brunch.
Yeah.
And because of that bachelor brunch, I am now engaged to be married.
No kidding. A young lady saw you on the bachelor brunch?
Yes, she saw me in a bachelor brunch.
I called you?
Called me up and said, I like that bachelor brunch.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to end your bachelor brunch. And who is it? From New York?
From New York, Patty Rooney.
An Irish girl?
Irish girl, yes.
And you, of course, are a Jewish man.
Jewish man.
Marrying an Irish girl.
That's right.
Well, that's going to be wonderful.
And you know what George Carlin said?
What?
He said, if a Jewish man and an Irish girl have an offspring, the child should be a shrewd poet. But with my luck, it'll be a pushy drunk.
Okay, everybody, get ready now. He's coming out here in just a minute. One of the great young comedians of our time today. And now a member of this great mariachi band. Here's Glenn Super, Mr. Bullhorn.
Thank you very much. You got stains on your shirt? Well, don't wash it out, shout it out.
Get out of my shirt.
But even though I'm married, I can still love somebody from afar, and here's a very pretty love song that I wrote. Hey, Vanna, lovely Vanna White, I love it when you wear your dresses much too tight. Yes, it's true, I want to marry you, if only you can tell me what the hell you do. Oh, lucky, lucky letter B. Oh, how I wish that lucky letter could be me, so I can feel you turn me on TV, so my relatives and friends can see your hands on me. Vanna, goddess of game show TV, oh, life can be so swell, I don't care if you can't spell. Oh, Vanna, Vanna, turn your back. Oh, pack your bags and leave that wimpy Patsy Jack. We both can be as happy as can be, with a lifetime supply of rice-a-roni, the San Francisco treat. Oh, Vanna, Vanna, Vanna.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh, Glenn, come on over here. Yeah. Love you a little bit. Didn't know you played.
I do.
Didn't know that. Thought the Bullhorn was everything.
I played two things.
That's terrific.
That's some shirt. I mean, the suit. I thought I was wearing a
Well, this is
wild
my
jacket.
designer, Benjamin Moore.
Yeah.
Really?
Actually, Beatrice Correa from Long Island designed this.
No kidding. Very eye-catching. Really. You and Joy look like you should
Yeah,
go
we
together.
should. We could do an act together.
So, talking to your parents, and they've been telling me, first of all, they like her. They like your new bride very much.
Mrs. Bullhorn, right?
You just bought a new house? You're really getting domesticated, aren't you?
That's right, getting domesticated.
Well, tell me about the new house.
Well, it's in Van Nuys, California. Okay. It's in the valley.
Uh-huh.
Now, it's missionary work, I consider it.
Really?
We're spreading hipness to the valley.
You got a swimming pool?
Swimming pool. Now, it was very cheap. There was a police seal on the door. We moved in there.
Yeah.
We walk in, I heard a voice saying,
Get out of the house.
and these kids, the kids next door, they were like chalk marks of a body
on
the living room floors.
Nice neighborhood.
Yeah, right. Very good.
Now, we heard that you